All right, first and foremost, give all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai Brakatham. Give us a sincere greeting to the brothers and sisters scattered across the four corners, teaching this word with sincerity and charity. I am Brother Phineas, Prince of Power Israelites. Just finna give you just a brief discussion on experience that I just had and some things that I learned, and you know what I'm saying, just to show you, to expose these people who are out here trying to push this narrative about this West African spirituality, because it is becoming a big thing. You got a lot of these hip-hop artists. You got Beyonce, he did this whole little African album, and all of that is dealing with these African deities. It's a lot of metaphorical, it's a lot of allegories that's dealing with that African spirituality within her videos, and they're going to keep pushing this stuff in. They're going to keep pushing it in, easing it in, even in the Black Panther movie. You know what I'm saying? You might have thought that was just some entertainment, but it could have been a lot of that African spirituality stuff and worship of those deities, even within those pictures, man. Even within those pictures. I know it was a show on Showtime called American Gods. And it showed the different ways that people worship these certain deities, especially the old deities versus the new school deities, as far as the internet and etc. It's a good book also. I didn't really finish reading the book, but anyway, I went into this botanical to go get me some incense. And in botanicals, a lot of times it's dealing with that African spirituality stuff. It got sage in there, candles, beads, you know what I'm saying, dried leaves, herbs. A lot of those herbal stores where you get your black seed oil and all that stuff, a lot of them I have some of that West African, your Yoruba, Igbo. They have a lot of that little spirituality, that West African spirituality stuff in there, if you know what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you just glaze over stuff and you don't really know what you're looking at. But anyway, when I was coming out of that thing, when I got to it's right before the door, you couldn't see it going in, but when you're going out, you see at the door in the corner there was this little deity, and then there's this like change all over the floor, cigarettes, shots of liquor down there. I'm like, man, what in the world is this? In dollars down there. So I was like, man, look at this craziness, man. Look what they doing. Look what they doing. They serving the deity. They serving this deity, leaving change like the deity gonna take the money and cigarettes. And cigarettes, man. And they just leaving it here. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying, they trying to pretend and taking this stuff. They just leaving the stuff. That's all I wanted to know, what that stuff was about. Like, what is this craziness? What kind of deity are you serving that needs rum and cigarettes, that needs liquor and cigarettes, and needs change and dollar bills? Like, what kind of deity is this? And so I put a video on Facebook, and of course it hit. It hit. For all you West African spirituality questioning the Bible Negroes, explain to me. I just came out of the botanical trying to get some frankincense and resin, trying to get some frankincense and myrrh. Keep these spirits off us at camp. Why you jokers? Why in the big botanical they got coins in the corner, change in the corner, $1 bills in the corner to this deity, and cigarettes? And cigarettes, man. Your deity smokes cigarettes? Your deity is pleased with liquor and cigarettes? Y'all bugged out, man. Y'all crazy. Explain that, man. Explain what that is, you West African spirituality. Explain that, man. It brung them out. It brung them out because it cut them. It cut them a little bit, but it brung people out. And it's just videos just gonna show you. This the brother tried to answer this, and that brother Kayal, brother used to be an Israelite. I don't know what happened, but he has a lot of bitterness. Kayal, and if you see this, you have a lot of bitterness. You got to deal with that bitterness. That's really what this whole thing's about. You got to deal with that bitterness, and then you can sit down and try to reconcile whatever happened. I don't know what happened, but I can tell that there's some bitterness there by the way you attack the doctrine. All right, but So he answered and tried to explain to me what this is about. And I'm gonna stop the video here and let you see the video that he sent me. Now, don't think that I cut the video up. I didn't cut the video up. He sent it on Messenger, Facebook Messenger. So I had to go to 2 different videos. He put it in 2 different videos, but it's a short little clip. Watch this.
Yeah, that's actually is a really easy one. You're talking about Eshu. One of the things that Eshu wants as an offering is cigarettes and rum and stuff like that. And we give that to Eshu as an offering because those are things that will lead us down the wrong path. Eshu is a teacher of knowledge. And so for us, when we give that to Eshu, we are giving something that we don't want. We're giving something that we don't need in our life. And we're doing that as a sacrifice to things that you don't do. So, yeah, it's kind of easy to answer that one, bro. Like, come on with something a little bit better next time,
All right, so he's talking about Eshu and these cigarettes that they laid down. You see, I said, oh, man, you thought you had me, huh? Come with something better than that. Come with something better next time. So Eshu, and that's really all I needed. Like, a lot of times these people think that we just finna take your information. You finna just tell me. So you're not finna just tell me anything. All right, you tell me the name of the deity. I'm going to go research and see what it is. Now, I'm going to see what the deity is. Now, you seen that he said that deity was to take those cigarettes. He's not smoking the cigarettes. He don't want the cigarettes. But he's taking the cigarettes because you don't want to smoke them. He's taking things that you're not supposed to deal with, and he's a teacher. He's a teacher of these great things, and he's taking these things that you don't want to deal with, and you give it to him, and he'll take them out the way for you. All right, so now let's look at this is an article from occultworld.com. All right, it says Eshu opens and closes roads. He is invoked to remove obstacles from your path and to obstruct enemies and misfortune so they can't reach you. He is an intense trickster, but also a force for justice. Eshu is a lover of truth. Nothing can be hidden from him. Eshu Elegbara mediates between people and other spirits. That's his job. He's a mediator between people and other spirits. You got to see him first. All right. Traditionally, when one wishes to communicate with other spirits, one first asks Legba to open the door. Legba, that's another name for Eshu. Matter of fact, up here it says they call him Elegua in Cuba, Exu in Brazil, Legba in Haiti, and yeah. So let's go back down. It says to open the door. He is the first spirit invoked in African diaspora spiritual ceremonies. Legba opens the gate for the other spirits to follow. So he's the first one invoked in these other. See how I said, talking about, man, he's this great teacher. He's the mediator. He's just the first one you got to talk to get the door open. So these folks are leaving this stuff there. They'll leave it there first and then go back there so they can talk to some other deity. Papa Legba may be invoked when you stand at any crossroad and need direction. If you are literally lost or don't know which way to turn, call his name and wait for a sign. Invoke him with the spiritual communications are not going well. Invoke him when spiritual communications are not going well. Invoke him by crossing bones at crossroads by leaving a small crayon of bones for him there. Theoretically, there is nothing Papa Legba cannot do. He enables the lame to walk. He transfers bad luck into the good and vice versa. Eshu Elegbara blesses devotees with a gift of manual dexterity. Thus, he is beloved by musicians as well as gamblers, all right, dice players, and practitioners of three-card Monte. All right, legends of bluesmen like Robert Johnson receiving extraordinary musical talents at the crossroads may derive from Vestigial's memories of Papa Legba. All one must do to receive these blessings, watch this, is go to the crossroads and ask. There is no selling of souls involved. So there ain't no selling of souls involved with Papa Legba. All right? You ain't got to sell your soul. But with these other deities, you may have to sell your soul. but not with Papa Legba, because he just a mediator to the other spirits, right? He don't want much. And this was the article finna tell you. Watch this. All right, there's no selling of souls involved. At worst, Legba will ignore you and you're left where you started. Bring your instrument to be blessed, guitar, dice, whatever. Eshu Elegbara is something of a practical joker. He likes word games. Be careful how you phrase requests. Cultivate a sense of humor. He is an easily pleased spirit and not particularly avaricious. A glass of rum once a week and a cigar or some candy on special occasions keeps him content. So the cigarettes and the rum and the little dollars and the money, that was for him to keep him content. That wasn't for people to take away, for you to take away the stuff from the people, man. And see, that's how they'll play these games, because these people ain't serious about doing it. They just don't want to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. They just don't want to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. They ain't dealing with that African spirituality. They don't have no discipline even in that. And that deity don't even want much but some change and some cigarettes, man, and some rum. Y'all out here serving winos. Y'all crazy, man. All right, he is among the most powerful and proactive of spirits. Don't ask for help unless you're ready. So I just want to deal with that foolery, man. Deal with that foolery. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 1. I am your Elohim, spake of all these words. And Elohim spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other deities, no other Elohims before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down to thyself to them, nor serve them, for thy Lord thy God am a jealous power, visiting the iniquities of thy fathers unto the children of the third and fourth generations, and making them of them that hate me. All right, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me, and watch this, and keep my commandments. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom.